Hello everyone, this is Watch It with Bucks on the Bucks Network. You can get the Bucks Network on Amazon Fire Stick. Download it and enjoy. I got a whole lot of things to say about this video. Just start it right here and watch real fast. This is the judge in the Amber Guyger murder trial. She was convicted of 10 years. So let's just watch the judge real fast. And I'm going to have something to say. So this judge is basically showing forgiveness to Amber Guyger. The brother forgave her. And if everyone's going to forgive Amber Guyger, they might as well just free her. I don't even see no use of her serving any time if all this is about forgiveness. So since this is all about forgiveness, they should really forgive her. You know? As you can see, a bunch of complaints about, the judge. You know, I mean, you never in life, this John 3:16 thing, this is what's been getting us all along. They always use John 3:16 on us. It's forgiveness and love thy neighbor and all this stuff. But no one never loves you. You know, and that's the problem with it, that you don't get the same love shown. She accused of bridging the church-state divided. She's also up for re-election, so of course, she is one of these judges who is for the police union. So all this is about, this is all about, this judge basically being, re-elected. So we're going to go there real quick. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry about that. Let me just type this in real quick. And we'll see what that comes up. Okay, so maybe this is it. She recently re-elected to the bench. Kemp was a prosecutor and defensive attorney. So, that just shows, look at that. She's up for election again. So as you can see, we have a lot of traitors. I would call this judge a mammy. I mean, if you know the archetype of mammy, I'm going to put it up here for you just to show you guys, her archetype. There it is. It pops right up because I'm already looked it up. So, I'm already up on my game. So we're going to read this also for you. This is a mammy who, this is an 1850 mammy. She died in 1850. She was a mammy for a white family. She raised and nursed all of them. All the family took care of them. So I like to read this to people about the characteristics of a mammy. She's usually an older woman, overweight, sometimes dark skinned. A lot of mammies also was mixed, so they was a light skin. She was a caregiver, non-threatening, obedient, and submissive to her white masters. I mean, this is crazy. She was devoted to her owners, employers, basically a slave master. Her primary goal was to take care of the needs of all, the children of the slave master. She had a family of her own, but her caregiving duties will always come first, leading to the mammy being portrayed as a neglectful parent or grandparent. Sound like the same women today. And we're in 2019. It's 1850s, 1700s. It's the same thing. They the same way today. She's a good caretaker, nurturing, selfless, strong, and supportive. She's supportive to the white folks. Now, let me get back to this one down here. Okay, I like to read this one. This is a good one here. The mammy was not a protector or defender of black children or community. So she didn't never protect the black children of herself or of her grandkids or even the community kids. She has never protected it. Listen to this, but not caring for her own children. Her love and I guess that means devotion, advice, correction, and supervision were reserved exclusively for white women and children. Don't that sound like the women today? I mean, just think about the mammy. was reserved exclusive for white women and children. Stereotype contrasts with Jezebel's stereotype. Listen to this one. Now this is always going to get you here, brothers. The Mammy was occasionally depicted as a religious woman. More often than not, the Mammy was an asexual figure devoted to personal desires that might tempt her. So she ain't having sex with nobody because she's fat, overweight. That helped the Mammy serve both as confidant and moral guide to her young capable of keeping them in line. So she kept everybody in line, basically, and she kept the slaves on the plantation. She was the one who always told on a lot of people. You know, I mean, this is sick. Now, here we go right here. Deeply effortless, soothing voice. Her personal attributes include infinity patience, self-depreciating wit. I mean, this is crazy. And acceptance of her own inferiority and devotion to whites. Sound just like these women today. They still act the same way. They still overweight and can't get their self together. Their hygiene is bad. And I don't want to bash black women, but you know, this is carrying on. This is a carry on from slavery days of protecting the white woman and the children. You can see this in the Amber Geiger case. You got the brothers with the Bible. You got the judge with the Bible. The bailiff, she strokes the woman's hair. You know, a lot of people say she's checking for contraband. They don't check for contraband in a damn courtroom. They need to cut that stupidness out. You know, so and nobody check for contraband by running the fingers through the hair, combing it. So we can stop that. So you can look at the bailiff. She's fat. She's a dark-skinned woman. She also have, I don't know what kind of hair she is, but she looked like a mammy. She most definitely had the characteristics of a mammy. Also, you look at the judge. That's a mammy. Same characteristics I just named off. So we're going to go to clothing, and we're going to talk about most of these women in low-income housing that complain about men all the time. The dress often reflected the status of her owner. The mammy was usually neat and clean and wore attire that was suitable for her domestic duty. So basically she wore pajamas all day or some type of gown. Sometimes a mammy considered herself to be dressed up, but that was usually just an addition of a bonnet and a silk velvet mantle, which probably belonged to her mistress. Basically, she just wore basically whatever they gave her. But as you can see, they still throw on a bonnet because they hate their hair. I mean, this is sick. I mean, often taught to her by the children of the family from whom she worked for. So that's how she became able to read and write. The children would teach her of the slave master. This is crazy. So we're gonna go to roles in plantation household. The role of mammy plantation households grew up the roles of African American slaves on the plantation. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go to some how she really get down. This is crazy, man. You just really need to read this. I want to get something really going down to show you guys, man, what we have to go through. You know, I mean, we have to really start taking a look at these women and really, are they really loyal to us? You know, I don't care how educated they are. Most of these women are not loyal to us, you know, and they still act like mammy, and they still going to take care of, you know, the white families first and the white children. You can see this every day in New York. You still have a lot of West Indian or African mammies that work in New York as a mammy, what they would call, I guess, maybe I think they call it a mammy, but a babysitter. And if you know anything about New York, most black folks live in a black neighborhood that's tore down. The mammy and them, they work for the white women in these good neighborhoods. They still wear bonnets and all this crazy stuff. And you can catch them any day in Manhattan, New York City, Manhattan, pushing strollers with white kids and taking care of those white kids. Those same women go back to their neighborhoods that's all ran down. All they do is cuss and fuss at their kids. The kids is failing out of school. Most of them is not in college. They really don't care less about the children that they had. They're too busy taking care of those white kids. So I see this every day in New York. You know, I see every day. I see these women pushing strollers, a bunch of different women. You know, Haitian, most Jamaican, African American. You also see some South American women doing the same thing. It's a damn shame, fellas. This is 2019, and we still have women like Tammy Kemp, who's basically a modern day mammy. They don't care nothing about us, you know. And I just wanted to put this on the channel on Bucks Network to let everybody know that, you know, I'm still around here, and I'm gonna start doing more videos about this religion that holding us back, which is most of it is, you know, Christianity, Catholicism, Islam. All of it is just holding us back. We need to find a solution. I'm not saying get away from Jesus Christ or your religion, whatever it is, but you just have to start taking a really good look at what's going on here. Why are black folks in 2019 going into 2020 still in the predicament they're in? Why are women the way they are? Why they refuse to listen to anyone? You know, you just have to check all this out, man. I have a lot to say. This is part one. I freestyled this, and I'm gonna come back with a part two of this. This is basically mammyism. You know, what's going on that we seeing right now, brothers, and you sisters too. We need to put a stop to this. That's all I need to say right here. This is Bucks Company, Bucks and Company. You're watching it with Bucks. You know, this is all on the Bucks Network. Get the Bucks Network on the Amazon Fire Stick. You know, download the apps on Amazon Alexa. Just ask Alexa to play these games. I got more coming for you guys, man. I got a lot to say about this case, and I got a lot to say about a lot of things that's going on in the black community, and also in America. I have a lot of things to say. So this is just part one, and I'll be back. Peace. This is the Bucks Network.